in Westfield, you better do whatever the hell you can to hold on to that renter, because if you don't want to see 103 days of vacancy on average, you should do what you can to keep that renter in there.
Let's do Westfield. Man, this nightmare of a market's all yours. Thank goodness.
Okay. Well, it's I mean, you say it's a nightmare. It is. Days on the market, we have to just start with that, is 103. Like, is that ever going to go down? I don't know if it is. I don't know. I keep thinking and praying that it's going to, but it doesn't seem like it's going to.
It doesn't. It never seems to. You expect that levee to break at some point, but
right?
Dang, it is stubborn, isn't it?
It is stubborn. But hey, I was thinking about this though. If you have a home with a renter in Westfield, you better do whatever the hell you can to hold on to that renter, because if you don't want to see 103 days of vacancy on average, you should do what you can to keep that renter in there. So there's a lot of value in keeping that renter. Maybe think about not raising the rent as much as you might want to, or maybe the comps could justify. Maybe run that math and say, hey, maybe it makes sense to keep it the same or just do a slight increase. But on that, look at this. The average rent does not stop going up. I mean, we're at 2,800 basically. That's up 12% month over month. That's up 3.5% year over year. I mean, it just does not stop. That is the good news, and the constant good news that seems to be coming out of Westfield is, despite the average days on the market being absurdly high, the average rental price just keeps going up into the right.
So if you want 2,800 a month, all you have to do is keep your home on the market for 6 months, and you'll be able to lock it in.
You'll get it sooner or later. You'll get it. Active homes is 62. It's basically the same year over year, just down ever so slightly month over month. Average price per square foot is $1.19. We have apartments. We've got the average rental price for apartments of $19.70. There's 25 of those available. Townhomes and condos, average rental price $2,200. There's 39 of those available. Average days on the market for that is days on the market is 39, and there's 21 of those available. Sorry, I had that mixed up there for a second. And then our three graphs there is the average rent price over time. We had a weird blip down there in February, but again, it's up over month over month and year over year. Average days on the market actually trending down. Look at that, which is positive, but still 103, so that's crazy. And then the number of active homes seems to be relatively stable there. So that's some good news that we're not seeing the inventory shoot through the roof despite all the building up there.
Yeah, I mean, look at that average days on market. Back in August of last year, it was like, what's that speed? Artemis, right? Just took off right to the moon. It was on its way. That's just, I don't know what happened there, but it was like the wheel fell off the vehicle right there.
I mean, look at that graph. The lowest number on there is like 65. You know what I mean? That was the peak of the summer. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. But hey, there it is. So if you have a home in Westfield, you're welcome. There's your data.
Yep. All right, let's take a look at the sales data for Westfield. Okay, man, good news here. Look at this. Average sales price continues to go up, $393, $345. Such encouraging. I mean, these are great numbers for this month. That's up 3.5% month over month, up 4.5% roughly year over year. So, man, that's really, really encouraging, and that's no doubt why we're continuing to see an increase in the average rent, right? Because people are buying these homes, the price keeps going up, and so that means the rent has to keep going up, or at least they think it has to keep going up to
cover costs.
Payments. Yeah, cover those costs up, and we see that with owners all the time. And I think that's why we see the higher days on the market, right? Is because they're trying to cover those costs and keeping those rents high. So
of course.
Anyway, average days on the market a little higher than what we're seeing everywhere else. 71 days on the market. That's up both month over month and year over year. Number of homes sold is 60 homes sold last month. That is up 60% month over month, but down 20% year over year. And an average price per square foot of $194 per square foot in Westfield. Average sales price trend. I love seeing that. Look at that. It's up year over year, up month over month. What a great trend to see there. And then number of homes sold there in the bottom right. This kind of lets you see really quickly that Westfield is a little bit more of an expensive market, a little bit definitely more expensive than kind of the indie market, but you're going to probably have to spend at least 250 to 350 is kind of the sweet spot there. I can tell you, I know that market really well. You can get a really decent home for about 300,000, 325, something like that. That would be where I would aim if I was going in the Westfield market.
Yeah. So just a couple quick thoughts. I understand why people are buying. That's the thing. Although these numbers look horrific, and you might suspect like who's buying property there. This isn't designed as a rental market. This is where a lot of high-end individuals are purchasing property to live. I mean, look at the number of homes sold within each individual price point, and that's heavily weighted there on the right side of that. I mean, $450 to $500,000 for a home in this market. That's not an investor price point typically. Right. But I understand why. It's a great market, amazing school systems, a tremendous amount of growth, and we've said it from podcast to podcast. Grand Park they are expanding. They're going to expand, and that youth sports is making that area thrive.
Oh, I mean, we could go on for days about I had to refrain myself from pulling some stuff into the economic update because there's a ice hockey rink that's going in there now. There's more homes going in there, but I mean, they just opened up a food hall up there. I mean, there's so much going on there. It's getting to be a really, really cool place to live with lots to do, lots to eat, lots of entertainment options up there. So this is definitely a long-term play, for sure. I mean, you're going to look back 5-10 years from now, you're not going to be able to touch a house for $300,000.
Yeah, exactly. So just wanted to mention that because I still understand why people are looking at the area.
Yeah.
All right, let's move into Greenwood.